1 p.m. East Coast. That's 1,300 free military types. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT-webinar. One more time, that's go.topgunoptions.com/FT-webinar. We're gonna be smoking some hopium, folks. You can't keep this market down. Short of nuclear war or Trump fumbling the tax reform bill, which is a distinct possibility, this market will grind higher. It will grind higher and higher until it doesn't. And it has the Fred Sanford moment and implodes and has the big one. So make sure you go there, or you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/TopGunOptions. And you can click here to register for tomorrow. I'm going to throw in a free copy of our OPCL, the Options Pocket Checklist. It's worth $45, and it's right underneath a comical article on me in the Huffington Post. Never thought I'd be covered positively in the Huffington Post, but great organization. Great. Love the Huffington Post, mainly because they had something nice to say about me. So you can check out that article on our page as well. What's going on? Well, folks, after a year and a half of investigations, we did find that there indeed was collusion between Russia and actually the Clintons. $145 million went to the Clinton Foundation from Russia, and then mysteriously, weeks later, they got all that nuclear uranium. 2010, this happened. Obama knew about it, and the FBI knew about it too. You know who the head of the FBI was at the time? Robert Mueller, who is currently the, quote, independent counsel investigating potential collusion between Trump and Russia. Folks, you can't make this shit up. This is retarded. This is insane. I'm furious at Jeff Sessions. That dude sucks. Clinton, Comey, Lynch, and Susan Rice, the last two avowed racist, should all be under indictment right now. I have no idea what the hell our Justice Department is doing. There's collusion for you, folks. There is a revolving door between the State Department and the Clinton Foundation, and it stinks to high heaven. But let's just keep on going after Trump, Russia. Team Obama's stunning cover-up of Russian crimes. This is in the New York. It's all over today. I was at the gym, folks. It ain't on CNN. It ain't on MSNBC, and I guarantee it doesn't lead any of the networks. This is why Trump won. This is why he'll win again. It's because we smell and see through the hypocrisy of the liberals in the media and Animal Farm. All animals are equal. Some animals are more equal than others, like the Clintons. And it also came out that Jim Comey wrote a memo exonerating Clinton months before he even interviewed the lady. That investigation was complete before he even started it. That dude ain't no Boy Scout. He needs to go to jail too. North Korea, just because they're not talking about it on Comedy Central, CNBC, doesn't mean it's not going on. It doesn't mean that Teddy Roosevelt, which I have a bunch of traps on, I got mobilized for Operation Iraqi Freedom. I've been on the Roosevelt, great ship. It's over. We have 2 battle groups over to North Korea, folks. Just because we're talking about Dow 23,000, Dow, S&P, NASDAQ at record highs, doesn't mean there are men and women on the tip of the spear getting ready to do something god-awful to an idiot. President Xi Jinping's vision, they had their, every 7-year big Politburo meeting, whatever the hell they call it, laying out a new vision for a new era for China. Kind of, hey man, if Obama were still president or Clinton, we'd be rolling over. They would own us right now. I don't think Trump's going to let some of this happen. But remember, folks, never forget the time when China just put a bunch of Chinese dirt in ships, sailed 600 miles off their country to some atolls in the Pacific at low tide, dumped all the dirt, built a runway, and said, this is China now. They extended their country by 600 miles under Barack Obama, and he didn't do shit. So this new era for China, I hope Trump starts standing up to it a little bit more, or China's going to be San Francisco if it's not already. Critical threats to the bull market, folks. I've been covering this in all my live trade briefs this week. There's a lot of them. Military conflict in North Korea, government shutdown. Folks, I told you, and this article calls it an entirely underestimated risk. Not here at TGO, because I look at risk. Trump kicked the can down to December with, who was it, Harry and Nancy, the debt ceiling. He outflanked the Republicans. So come Christmas time, folks, we could have a government shutdown. Won't that be pleasant as you're celebrating Kwanzaa or winter solstice? Actually, like the president, we're saying Merry Christmas again this year. There's a lot of risk to this market, folks. China, global yields, a Brexit, tax reform failure. What this guy say today? Anybody know who that guy is? Steve Mnuchin. I had dinner with the guy. He's currently Treasury Secretary. He signs dollar bills. You know what he said? Pass tax bill or markets will tank. Now, I did watch Comedy Central at lunch. I know John and Pete Najarian pretty well and some of the other guys. They said that's a load of crap. This market's awesome, awesome. I could not disagree more with any of those people. Just like I got the election right, I predicted a Trump victory and a market rally. They all said Trump loses, and if he does win, holy crap, the market goes down 20%. Yeah, listen to those people to manage your money, folks. Each one of these pullbacks, Obamacare implosion not getting repealed, fire and fury comments, Jim Comey memo, Mnuchin and Cohn are racist because they're staying in the White House. All of these have been political pullbacks, folks. You think after this run off the 50-day moving average, if Mnuchin and Trump are in the Rose Garden going, well, we tried to get tax reform passed, if you think the market's going to rally off of that and not implode, you're retarded. Now, I know John and Pete are a hell of a lot bigger than me, but I don't know which couple of them on the show disagree. When the Treasury Secretary of the United States says the market will implode if we don't get tax reform, it's already a foregone conclusion that it will, folks. This market is looking for an excuse to take some profits here and sell off. That'll be a hell of a drop to the 50-day. We've traded below, bounced off of, through, bounced off through the 50-day. We haven't even, this 50-day, man, seems like a world away. Hey, man, you don't get tax reform passed, that 50-day could be a tomorrow day, all right? But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Stocks climb. Dow's back on track. We closed above 23K. These have been Gordon Gekko trades, folks. 2 weeks in a row, I've pounded MGM into the dirt. We've made on track to make about $4,000 on $8,000 in risk. That's a 50% return on risk in 2 weeks. How? Pounding the hell with bear call spreads out of MGM. As an American, brings a tear to my eye. As Gordon Gekko, I don't give a shit. My job is to make money. MGM Resorts slammed for a sick and disgusting Vegas strong ad. I watched the ad, folks. You can watch it here. It was stupid. Another reason to short MGM stock here, not only because their earnings are going to suck, and stupid ads that they had to pull. If they have to start screening people entering Vegas casinos like they do at the airport, it will be the end of Las Vegas. Not that I've brought anything to Las Vegas that I wouldn't want anybody to see in my bag, but I've heard people do that. Stocks rally hits fever pitch. The VIX at a record low. University of Michigan, consumer sentiment. We've never, ever been more bullish. Time to get in? Maybe. Or time to get really, really worried. That's why you're going to join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I know it says 1:30 here. I have to edit that. It is 1 p.m., but go.topgunoptions.com/FT webinar. We're going to cover a bunch of other stuff like I love my Morgan Stanley. We're long Morgan Stanley. It smashed estimates. Can't stand Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, surprise beat. And then the stock went down. Why? Because I can't stand Goldman Sachs. Lloyd Blankfein has more time to troll the president on Twitter than he does to worry about his fixed income, currency, and commodity revenue. Get off Twitter, Lloyd. But we have a lot to talk about tomorrow with the financials, why the most hated bull market won't die, and why the number one buyer of the S&P 500 for the past couple of years has been the S&P 500. Tonight, heading out to dinner in Fort Lauderdale, but at 10 o'clock, I'll pull out my BlackBerry. I'm kidding. I don't have BlackBerry. I'll pull out my cell phone, and I want to see what comes out of China. Our time, we'll get GDP, industrial production, fixed asset investment, press conference, and also the retail sales. In the old days, a year, 2 years ago, our markets used to care about this. If the GDP came out great, our futures would be up for Thursday. If it sucked, we'd be imploding 300 points. I just don't think it matters that much anymore. So it'll be interesting to see. I'll be out on Las Olas for dinner if you guys want to join me, so I'll see you out there. Other than that, man, everything's going great here at TGO. Time to smoke the Hopium. Join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT-webinar. Make sure after you join, you click on some of the offers from our strategic partners. I placed some of them on there that I think you all would like. And don't forget to stop by the Facebook page, click on the Huffington Post article, and do me a favor, share it via your social media so you can spread the fake news out there, okay? All right, guys, happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see many of my members tomorrow in our 10 a.m. Analyze Your Trade and Debrief. We'll see you.